going on, guys? I am SimpleSimon, and it is time for Oz Comic Con 2025 in Melbourne. And as you can see behind me, it is absolutely popping off here. So if you've seen my videos before, you know what we're here to do. We're gonna meet some cosplayers, check out their awesome cosplays, and find out a little bit about them. But before we do that, don't forget, if you want to support this channel, the best way to do that is by giving this video a like, leaving a comment, and don't forget, if you enjoy this video, I'll still have my vlog to come out on Wednesday. Let's do this. Quick shout out to my Minions. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you're interested in exclusive members only videos, extended episodes of The Noob, and exclusive emojis, hit the join button to find out more about channel membership. But remember, your membership is not required. The best way to support the channel is by liking and commenting on videos. I'm here with Tom, or Tom Foolery, they call him. How's your day been, Tom?
Yes, good man. It's been busy today.
Yeah, today is busy, right?
Yeah.
Like, you were here yesterday, I assume?
Yeah, I was here yesterday. It was awesome. I got to judge the cosplay competition, which
excellent.
was insanely talented people there.
Yeah, right?
It's crazy.
Is that the first time you've been a judge?
Yeah, first time.
How was that experience?
I'm glad I had these guys to support me because there was no way I could choose on my own.
Yeah, right. Do you guys all kind of have like a similar thought patterns, or is everyone sort of different in that sense?
So we all kind of went through, made our little notes and judgments, and then we sat down together and chatted it out and went, yeah, clearly we agree here that this just has something.
What's something that would be important when coming up with a cosplay?
Look, there really isn't any one thing. Obviously, I do a lot of props and things, so I looked at some of the props, the details, little handmade or buttons and things. These guys really outdo me on their sewing techniques, so they were able to look at those seams, those lines. The overall winner just had bits of everything. So they had little skills that we just went, oh my God, I can't believe they incorporated that. And they'd gone and made their own chainmail by hand and little extra details. So it wasn't just one skill, it was hundreds.
Tell us about your cosplay today, mate. Red Hood's my favorite DC character.
Red Hood, man, I just thought it was easy to get around in. I was wrong. But it was a bit of fun. I've got a couple of different helmets and masks to wear and just have fun with, so.
Yeah, you've even got the new one.
Yeah.
So I've got a version, I bought it off Etsy. But that looks fantastic, man. Because I only got into that sort of stuff around the time where this new design came out. That's when I was sort of new to comic books. So I kind of really gelled with that new look. Everyone hated it. Everyone's like, oh, it doesn't look like Red Hood, it doesn't have a helmet. But I was like, because I was new to comics, I liked the new designs because I was like, this is my era of Red Hood now, right?
And with the hood, this just pops.
Yeah.
I got some awesome photos before and I love it.
How long have you been cosplaying for?
Since I was about 14. So that's 16, 17 years.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Cool. Take me back to your first ever cosplay.
My first cosplay ever was Daniel from Stargate, and it was just a bunch of different pieces thrown together from op shops and hats and things, and I looked ridiculous. But I had fun with it, man, and the community just dragged me in.
And is it like you look back on those times, you have fond memories of the early days of your cosplays? You come a long way, obviously.
I mean, I hope so. Even a couple of years ago, I made an Iron Man suit out of foam in 7 days, and it was just to this. It was insane.
And how does one get started? Like, is that so? You've got a YouTube channel, yeah? We can plug that for sure. Yeah, what's the name of the YouTube channel?
Tom Foolery Prints.
Okay, cool. And it focuses on 3D printing and
printing, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I go through different printers. I'll talk about different printers. I'll go through materials and things to post-process prints that you can get here in Australia compared to, your Bondo and things you just can't get here.
And how long have you been doing that sort of, like, you've obviously...
YouTube is new for me. I started in like February.
Yeah. But how long have you been doing like the 3D printing and working on these costumes and things?
Coming on 7, 8 years now.
Okay, cool. So, and you've learned a lot. Like, how does one get started with that sort of stuff?
Just start. 100%. If you go to someone that has a printer, if you don't have one, you say, look, can you print this file? They'll print it. You can watch different YouTube channels, you can watch different things. No one way is going to work for everyone. Sand it up, have fun with it. Main thing, just enjoy your things. It's no one else's suit, it's yours.
Perfect. All right, well, my final question is, I'm asking everyone this today. I'm going to assume with the stuff that you're into, you collect something, you collect stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, so what is your ultimate grail in collecting? Some sort of collectible that you probably would never be able to afford, never probably have in your life. What would that one thing be if you could have it?
If I could have it, I would have a piece of the Yellow Brick Road from Wizard of Oz, only because I know that all of it was destroyed. There's only rumors that pieces exist, and the expected price is $12 million for a piece about that big. but they don't exist. It was all destroyed. Half of it was painted on the studio floor. So no one has it. If you could find that one, I would have it. 100%.
There you go. What a great answer. Well, Tom, it was very nice to, well, I've met you before, you've told me, but it was great to chat, and hopefully we'll see you again. Oh, actually, before we go, what other cosplays can we look forward to seeing you in this year?
At the minute, I'm working on a Captain Cody to go with my Commander Cody to go with my Captain Rex. That'll be finished soon, and with mates, we're working on the full Bad Batch.
And all these details, I'll put your YouTube channel as well. The link will be in the description below.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Awesome. Hey, guys, I'm here with Nessie. Nessie, it's nice to meet you.
Hello, lovely to meet you.
Tell me about your cosplay today, for those who don't know.
So I'm cosplaying Shilonen from Genshin Impact. She uses Geo. She's a blacksmith, a DJ. She does rollerblades. She's kind of does everything.
Okay.
Everything that
Rollerblades?
I cannot do. Yeah.
That's cool.
I wish I did have rollerblades to roam
I was
around,
gonna say,
but
yeah.
I don't think the con would let me.
Yeah. Safety, right? Safety first. What do you love about the character that made you want to dress up as the character?
I think she's just so cool. She's also a bit of a mommy. I do love my tall women, but I think she's super strong, she's super powerful. I got her in game and I love her. She has not left my team. She uses a big claymore, which a lot of the tall women, they don't generally use claymores, so I think that's just really, really cool.
Okay.
And she's just a very strong character in the storyline. She's very powerful, very smart, very witty. I love her so much.
How long have you been cosplaying for?
Since 2019. I've been sewing since about 2012, and then I decided, my older sister started cosplaying, and I was like, I have skills, I can sew.
That's right.
I didn't sew this, but I can sew.
Take us back to your first cosplay. Back in 2019, that's when me and Tony started doing these. Take us back to your first cosplay.
My first cosplay was at Manifest 2019.
Oh wow, okay.
I did a Gemini Lucy Hartfilia, her Gemini star dress. It was terrible. I used very cheap fabric because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep cosplaying after this, and I didn't want to invest a lot of money into it. The headpiece was just made out of like a cardboard, flat, very poorly painted. The belt, it has like gems on it. It was falling off, falling apart. I had these ugly little Gemini plushies that I had in my hands. They were very ugly. I still have them to this day because I still love them, but they were so ugly. But I did have one person come up and ask for a photo of me.
There you go.
And it made my day that even though it was so ugly, this cosplay, and I'm pretty sure those Geminis gave trauma to children, someone still loved it.
You've got to start somewhere though, right? And I've met a lot of cosplayers over the years, and you know, what I've learned is, and what's great about the community is they're all very accepting. As long as you're having fun, it doesn't matter how good your cosplay is, as long as you're comfortable and you're enjoying the event, right?
Yeah, the community is lovely. Everyone's so welcoming, no matter what level you're at. If you start off and it's just like you're just wearing regular clothes with a wig or not even, if you're just starting out or if you're at a complete master's level, everyone's really welcoming and it's so encouraging. You get a bunch of tips from other people. I've been talking to so many people and trading tricks of the trade, and it's just been really, really great.
Now you're a featured cosplayer, right, at this Comic Con?
Yes.
Has that happened before? Is this the first time?
This is the first time, and I'm so excited and tired.
Yeah, right, because you gotta be at your table all day, right?
Yeah.
For people who maybe are newer to cosplay who would love to do something like this and be a featured cosplayer, what goes into, like, how did you come about that?
So I have been applying for a few years now. I was also applying to the other states Comic Cons, so I think I've done in total about 15 to 20 different applications.
Yeah.
And the application that I did this time round was I really went into detail about my love for cosplay, my love for sewing, my passion for it. Really just express your passion. They don't want to feature a cosplayer that isn't actually passionate about it, that's just doing it for clout, I guess.
Yeah.
If you're truly passionate about it, just keep applying, keep trying,
Right. So,
and just keep working on yourself.
We chatted to Tom, who's next to you here,
Yes.
and he was saying that he'd applied many times, he basically had given up, and people were like, just try one more time, and then he got in. So,
Yeah. You just
and
keep
that's
going.
part of the passion, right?
Yeah, keep going. Don't give up, just because if you get rejected once before, okay, that's next time, just try again, just keep trying. The competition that we had yesterday that I judged, there was only 3 awards and there was about 20 competitors. No, not everyone's going to win an award. They come up and they say, I feel like I'm not enough, I feel like it's not good. Just keep going. We give them feedback, we tell you, just keep working on it, keep going at it, and one day you might win. And if you don't, it's for the experience.
Yeah, and I think you can use that in all facets of life, right? If you really want something, just don't give up, just keep going. My final question for you, Nessie. I'm assuming you collect some type of stuff, anything, something, right? So the question I'm asking everyone today is, what's your ultimate grail collectible? So something that, like some type of collectible that you think you'll never own because it's too expensive, it's too rare. If you're gonna have that one thing, what would it be?
Okay, I collect figures, specifically one-piece figures.
Okay, yep.
And there are these life-sized statues.
Yeah.
And there's a Boa Hancock one that I so desperately want, and an Portgusty Ace as well. I so very much wish to have these life-size statues. They are thousands of dollars.
Have you been to One Piece in Bourne? The One Piece
Yes.
Cafe, the Bourne one? They've got a couple of those life-size ones. Yeah,
Someone broke the Sanji a few years
I
ago,
remember
and
that,
I cried.
Yeah, so it's like a little kid was hanging off it or something, yeah.
I cried my eyes out, but he's been replaced, and I love it. And every time I go in, I see figures that have been on my list that I want, and I'm like, they're so easy to grab, but I'm not gonna. Don't steal the figures, guys.
That's right.
It ruins it for
That's
everyone
one of my
else.
favourite places to eat. So
Oh, the burgers are so good.
they're good, they're great. All right, well, Nessie, it was very nice to meet you. Thank you for doing that.
Lovely
Hopefully we'll
meeting
see you again in the future.
I hope so too.
Thank you so much. I'm here with my buddy Ryan, who I haven't seen in many years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's got to be at least 3 years now, I reckon.
I think so, maybe.
And the last time I think was at Oz Comic Con too, maybe. I don't know, I could be wrong
I
there.
do only come to Oz Comic Con.
Okay, cool. How have you been?
I've been pretty good.
You've been doing a bit of streaming. I actually saw you do a Twitch stream recently.
Yes.
And I actually asked you in the chat, I was like, when are you coming to a con? We haven't chatted for so long, and now I see you.
Yes. I was planning to come to con this year anyway. It was just, I didn't know what to go as until I remembered I was doing a Let's Play series of Blinks the Time Sweeper. So I was like, I could just throw that together. It's just simple and easy until I had my mum look up the stuff to get, and it wasn't simple. So this sweeper is actually just handmade by my mother.
Okay,
So,
well, actually, yeah, tell me about the character that you just did. For those who don't know, like me.
Blinks the Time Sweeper was, I think, a Microsoft mascot, and the game is just like you run around with a vacuum cleaner sucking up rubbish, and you use it to shoot the rubbish at these time monsters to clean the world.
Do you know this game, Tony? No? Okay. Okay, yeah. What made you want to dress up as the character then?
Because I like being obscure and going as characters that I'm pretty sure people wouldn't recognize or know, or that people would just be like, oh, I remember that. From yesterday and today, so far only 15 people have realised who this character is, and a lot have been excited.
That's cool. Oh, well, that's good, right? It's good to have a unique cosplay. I think it's great when you do find that the people who are into the similar fandoms, right?
I don't really think there is a big fandom towards this, because it was just like 2000 or 2002, and it was a game that I don't think a lot of people ever played.
I was going to say, that game was would be older than you, wouldn't it? How old are you?
I was born in 2000. So that was the game I grew up playing and couldn't finish as a child because it does get progressively harder. Replayed it as a teenager a couple of years ago and found out it is a very difficult game in general, that a year after the game came out, they had to make another version of the the which was easier because apparently people were angry at the first one.
Yeah. You collect stuff? Is there stuff that you collect?
I do try to collect some stuff, a bit of Funko Pops, some
cool.
pretty much anything I'm interested in.
The question of the day is, What is your ultimate grail in collecting? Something that you think that you'd probably never own because it's too expensive, it's out of your price range, but if you could have that one item, what would that item be?
That's hard. There's a lot of good stuff
I know,
out there.
I'm springing it on people
stuff,
today.
A lot of stuff is expensive.
It is, but you can have it, whatever you want. It's all yours.
I just think maybe a collection of the anime Bleach.
Just the collection of anime. Come on, man, you can afford. One day, you'll have enough money to afford that, I think. I'm talking about, let's get something that you think you'll never own. Something you've always wanted to be like, I'll never be able to afford that.
I'm never getting a license, but I actually would like a DeLorean. Well, that's cool.
That's a great answer, mate. That's good. And would you travel back in time with it?
I would.
What year would you go to?
Probably back to when the movie was made and just
star in the movie.
Try to star in it.
All right, mate. Well, Ryan, it was great to see you again after all these years, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of the weekend, mate.
You too.
All right, guys, I'm here with a familiar face. It is Scott, mate. Sconderson. In his classic get-up, this is you, mate. This is you all day.
I know, and I've done the white at the temples, and this is a view of the future. I've decided it's we're probably about 3 or 4 years away from that, and then it'll be a lot less makeup to look older. Really, it's, I can see myself easing into a Jay Garrick very, very easily. Really. So,
how's the weekend been for you, mate?
Great. Really good. There was a DC shoot last night, Marvel shoot in the morning, and now it's a bit of a slightly more casual cosplay, which I can wander around and have a look at the stalls, and you know, although I can't buy anything more. I don't have any more space at home, and my to-read pile is just getting bigger and bigger.
I've read one book in the last 4 months, I reckon. You reading anything recently?
Absolute Flash is a lot of fun.
For someone who hasn't read a lot of Flash like myself, is there like an era or like a story arc that you would recommend for someone to read Flash?
The Jeremy Adams run was fantastic. The Mark Waid run is really good too. Yeah, I'd say, look, you can't go wrong if you start any of those.
Because the only thing I've really kind of read where he was the main was probably Flashpoint.
Okay.
Which was also good. You didn't like it?
No.
Really?
No.
Really? It's a classic, isn't it?
No.
Really?
They wrote out Wally West, man.
Okay, is that why?
So no, I'm working on Absolute Flash cosplay for San Diego.
You're going to that too?
Going to San
Diego. You get around,
yes.
man. Like every week it seems like you're at a con somewhere in the world, and I'm like, man, this guy gets around, and it's just like, that's an endless list of people you got photos with. Like,
I'm keeping out of mischief.
Anything else in the pipeline cosplay-wise?
I was going to say, working on a few for San Diego. Dr. Doom in Sydney.
I'll be there.
Yep. I had to pay my son $100 to come and be my handler for the day. He's like, oh, I'm at Domino's. I went, what do they pay you at Domino's? He goes, $90. I went, I'll give you $100. Oh. You turn up and you work the phone and you help me into the cosplay and out of it at the end of the day. So
that's funny. Because your family kind of cosplays too, right?
Yeah. They don't know it yet, but we're going to do an Aqua family at the end of the year. So maybe later on in the year we'll do that.
Okay.
You having a good con?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm still trying to enjoy it. We're just trying to do these interviews so that we can actually look around. But look, I was saying to someone else, I always love coming to these things, just being surrounded by our kind of people, right? This is it.
Run into so many familiar faces, such a good time. Everyone's so nice, and
that's it.
And things. So and some pretty cool cosplays, I got to say as well.
Yeah, right? That's it. And there's always the new people that people that are new to the community and things, which is always great too. So the question of the day that I'm going to leave you with, I can only assume you collect stuff.
Yes.
Right? All right. So, what is your ultimate collectible grail? Something that you think you'll probably never own, it's too rare, it's too out of your price range. What's that one thing that you would want?
Original art.
Oh, yeah.
Original art.
Do you have any?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I went
known artists?
I bought the cover of Titans 10 by Brett Booth with the 2 Wally Wests and Deathstroke in the middle. Yep. And I bought that at San Diego, and I brought it home, and my wife said, I'm not going to ask how much you paid for that. And I said, no, you're not. And she's like, and our marriage will continue. And I'm like, yes.
If you could get like an original piece, not a page, like just an original flash commission, is there an artist that you would love that art piece from that you don't already have?
I'm old school, so a John Byrne would be amazing. So I don't know if he does commissions anymore, but I reckon that would be good. I've got an Eric Larson Savage Dragon from New York. So bits and pieces, but I figure that's you took Ultimate Collectibles. That's the next level.
There you go. Well, Scott, always good to see you, and I'm sure I'll see you at the next event.
Let's face it, it's been going on so long. I'm sure we'll be to the next one.
Awesome, man.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of the con.
Nicely done.
Right, guys, I'm here with Matilda. Matilda, it's nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
Is this your first ever interview?
First ever interview.
Excellent, excellent. This is not your first Comic Con, is it? You've been a few times?
This is only my second.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is there something that you enjoy seeing or looking at when you come to these events?
Well, I really love just being surrounded by all the pop culture, because
Me too.
yeah, it's like you don't see it every day, so it's always really nice just to be surrounded by people with common interests.
Yeah, that's it. I love, I go to these things all the time, but I never get sick of it. I just love being surrounded by all the nerdiness, right?
Yeah.
So what are you into?
I'm into anime and manga.
Okay, cool.
My favorites are Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, and I do like My Hero Academia as well.
So I don't watch a lot of anime, but I did like My Hero Academia. I've stopped watching it now, but because I came from comic books, it was about superheroes, and it kind of really appealed to me. And I also thought it had a good mix of, it's got sort of action, but it's also got comedy. It's got a really good mix, I think. What anime would you recommend for someone who's maybe like a beginner who's new to anime? What's a good one that people would, a good start off anime?
All right, if you're into more feminine media, I would have to say right off the bat, Sailor Moon, what started me into it. If you're into more shonen or like more masculine shows like My Hero Academia or Demon Slayer as well, maybe even One Piece, they're all really good startups, I'd have to say.
That's good advice.
All pretty popular.
Do you read them as well, or do you just watch?
I
read as well?
I love reading the mangas as well.
Okay, actually, I've got a good question.
Yeah.
Because you're an anime person and you enjoy watching anime, obviously. When you watch anime, do you prefer to watch it with English subtitles or English dub?
I'm more of a dub person, but there are a few shows where I'm forced to watch them in subs, so I've become accustomed to that.
Yeah.
But I'll just watch dub because it's easier.
Yeah, I think so too. Now tell us about your cosplay today. Who's your character?
I've gone as Nezuko Kamado from Demon Slayer. Quite a popular character. She's the main character's younger sister. I didn't go off the muzzle because I did that last year and it was quite annoying. But,
Is there like other cosplays in the future that you want to do that you haven't done yet?
Oh, most definitely. I'd love to do Kitsumi Miwa from Jujutsu Kaisen and Kyokujiro from My Hero Academia. And potentially Nico Robin.
Nice. How long have you been cosplaying for now?
Around maybe 2 years. I've only done one other cosplay, which was San from Princess Mononoke.
Okay, cool. Well, I don't know if you know this, but I've kind of watched you grow up because I know your mum and dad, right?
Yeah.
So you're quite a skateboarder, right?
Yeah.
Who's a better skateboarder out of you and your dad?
Probably my dad, most definitely.
But I've watched literally all the baby steps that you've taken from, your first little half pipe and things. I've seen it all. So that's really cool. Maybe you should do a cosplay one day of like a skateboarding character. That'd be pretty cool, right?
Potentially.
Nice.
Just don't know too many.
All right. Well, final question I'm going to ask you is, do you collect stuff? Do you collect anything, like anime-wise?
Most definitely. I've always loved collecting books and I have massive manga, but my main collection, plush toys. I've got one of them here right now, my Mitsuri. I think at the moment I've got roughly like 14 or 15.
Okay, well, my question is, what's your grail collectible? What's the one collectible item that you think you'll probably never own because it's too rare or too expensive? If you could have that one thing, what would it be?
A plush image of Junpei Yoshino from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
They don't exist.
Oh,
It makes me sad.
I was going to say, that sounds too simple, but if it doesn't exist, well, you'd have the only one in the world.
Yeah.
It was nice to meet you, Matilda, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
I will.
I'm here once again with Lily Cosplays.
Hi.
And Lily, your cosplays always look fantastic, but today
Thank you.
it's magical.
It is magical.
How about that?
I know.
Tell me more about the cosplay today.
Okay, so today I am Tinkerbell, but I'm specifically an artwork version of Tinkerbell by Sunset Dragon. Look her up.
Okay. Can you elaborate on that? Well, I didn't know there was different versions of Tinkerbell.
Well, sometimes people like take their favorite character and then turn it into like their own vision. So in her one, it was specifically Tinkerbell that was based around Lily of the Valley, which is the flowers you see everywhere. And I am Lily, so I'm also Tinkerbell. So I mean, it makes sense.
Because you've done different versions of Tinkerbell, I think I've seen in the past, right?
So this is the third Tinkerbell I've made. So I've made like her original little green dress. So I've made that twice, and now this one.
And what do you love about the character? Because it's an interesting, like out of all Disney characters, it's an interesting one to go for.
She's just a little brat. You know, like in Peter Pan, you know, she's just so grumpy and she's jealous and, you know, she's a little bit sassy. She's really cute. You know, she's always like...
I always forget that she's in Peter Pan. I always just think of her as the character that puts the little...
She's got the hammer, and she like making things. And then the Disney logo. But yeah, so I just love Tink.
Have you found the event? You were here briefly yesterday?
Yes, I was. Only for 2 hours. Yesterday was crazy busy.
Oh, really? So today's been pretty busy?
Yeah, today's all right. We've sort of just... I'm trying to avoid the hordes. But it's the same as every Comic-Con. Like, there's no free Red Bull, so...
Oh, no.
Game Expo's the winner in my eyes.
How good was that, right? Now, firstly, I forgot to mention right at the start, congrats on your new car.
Thank you. I had to get a new car. My Commodore blew up.
So, Sarah's actually got you some gifts. But you know what? I want to keep that for the vlog, all right? So, if you guys are watching this and you want to find out what she got for her car, it'll be in the vlog part, which will be out in a couple of days. All right, but before we do that, what other outfits you got coming? What can we look forward to this year?
So my next big build's going to be a big one. So it's going to be like full armor with chainmail. It's based on a book character, which Sarah will know. Her name's Aylin. It's from Throne of Glass, and I can't get this woman out of my head. I have to make it. So I'm planning on making her for PAX. So I pretty much have everything at home. It's ready to go. So should we start? I'll start her next week. It needs to happen.
From that book you said, the Throne of Glass. Is there actually art from that? Like,
yeah.
Oh, there is.
So
okay.
on the original covers of the book, because they redo covers like every 5-10 years, actually has artwork of the main character. The armor that I'm making is loosely based on the original book cover artwork, plus some like fan drawn artwork as well. Okay.
Last question is the question of the day.
Oh yes.
You collect things, right?
Oh yeah, I love trinkets. I love things.
So, what's your ultimate collectible grail? If there's something that
Magnets.
you could have, magnets.
What? I fucking love magnets.
But I'm talking about like, what's the one type of collectible that you think that you would never be able to afford? Ooh. Like something that you would just like, I'm never gonna have that. I'd love to have that, but I'll never be able to afford it. What's that one thing you would love to have?
I would have every single 02 action figure known to man, but they're like over $400 at the starting price. Or cars, like cool cars. Who doesn't want a garage full of like sports cars from Tokyo Drift, am I right?
Well, so far I've had nothing but cars. People have wanted DeLoreans and things like that.
I don't like expensive collectibles. Like I collect shells. I love shells. Like every time I go to the beach, I'll bring home like
Is there like an ultimate shell?
Conch. I want a big old sea conch so I can put my ear to it and listen to it and use it as a phone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, probably 02 figures. Cars would be cool, but like, where am I going to put them? At least figures I can fill my house with them.
Your whole street will be decked out with your cars.
Well, I've got 2 now.
Yeah, that's right. All right, well, it was great to see you, Lily. If you guys want to find out the gift she's about to receive, tune into the vlog. That's right. See, marketing. That's how we do it. Jamie, we meet again.
Hello, nice to meet you.
How has your weekend been?
Been pretty busy, getting ready for Oz Comic Con and just getting ready for PAX as well, you know.
How far off is PAX? Oh, it's in October, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, there's heaps of events. Oh, well, my type of events there's heaps of, but I guess that's the next big con, right?
Yeah, it's the next big con for me, I guess. So I'm limited in time with work, so just trying to make sure everything's all good for costume-wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you do yesterday, cosplay-wise?
Spider-Man.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it was nothing new, but hoping to get a few new cosplays
Yeah, what's in the
done.
pipeline, mate? Tell me more.
Well, I'm working on Robin, funny enough. So,
okay. Because do you have a Nightwing one or am I tripping?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you have a
I
Nightwing
do.
one? Yeah, okay, so you're going to do a Robin one now.
Yeah.
Which Robin?
Pretty much Robin before he turns to Nightwing, quite
Okay,
literally.
so Dick Grayson, nice.
But it's more difficult than I thought, so hopefully I can get it done before
Because
PAX.
with your cosplay, do you make some of it? Do you just buy it? What's the story?
Some I buy, and then some I make myself. So.
Okay, cool. Did you spend any money today on stuff?
I haven't, but I've had friends spend on a bunch of gift bags like that.
Yeah, I saw the bag. I was like, is that yours? Okay.
Theirs. But I have bought a few posters.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And do you know what the plan is for PAX? Or what's your plan of attack? Who are you going as?
Nightwing, I'm trying to get a new mask 3D printed. So that's kind of on the works as well.
Do you 3D print the stuff yourself?
I have a friend that has a business that helps me out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Besides that, I need to fix my Spider-Man suit because it looks like I've been to war.
Okay. It's battle damaged.
Yeah, wear and tear. And then I made a few adjustments to the suit too. So, yeah, fingers crossed it all goes well.
The question I'm asking everyone today, the question of the day we call it. You collect stuff. Right? And I feel like I have an idea of like the area you're going to go for with this. So my question I'm asking everyone today is, what is your ultimate grail collectible? Something that you think that you would probably never own because it's out of your price range or it's too rare. If you could have that one item, what would it be?
A copy of the Iron Man suit.
Oh, okay. So like a legit Iron Man suit.
Yeah. Like a legit one, yeah.
Okay. Are they fully working and everything?
Yeah, that was sick.
I don't think that'd be very comfortable to walk around in. I think it'd be pretty heavy, man. I mean, sometimes you struggle with your Deadpool outfit.
Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised you didn't go with a car.
Because I know I can't afford it, so I think mentally.
This is your chance, mate. Any car in the world, money's not a problem. What's that guy? That rich guy, he's going to buy it for you. He's like, Jamie,
okay.
you've done so much for the community. I want to buy you whatever car you want. Anything. It could be fictional.
Okay.
What is it?
Takami's 86 from Initial D.
Initial D?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's what got me into, I guess, cars in general when I was a kid, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you watch the live action movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It's great.
Really? I like it.
It's cool. For what it is, it's cool. Because, you don't get many live actions of Initial D. So.
That's true.
But no, well, yeah, love Initial D. I'm into cars, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, it was always good to see you, and I won't see you at PAX, so maybe Christmas Comic Con or something I might see.
Of course. No worries.
Right. Good to see you, mate. I'm here with Holly and James. How you guys going today?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Excellent. We're going to get April to do most of the talking because, Casey's had a rough day of, fighting crime and things like that.
And I'm a reporter after all.
Exactly. She's more comfortable in front of the camera. So firstly, tell us about your cosplay. What made you do April O'Neil?
I think we enjoy doing cosplays, 80s, 90s. That's just when we grew up and what we grew up with, and
Excellent.
It's nostalgic. And I find as we're going around Comic-Con, a lot of people of the older generation appreciate this kind of cosplay.
Oh, it's great to know that I'm the older generation. So
Sorry.
I saw Holly and I was like, I saw Tony, I was like, I've never seen an April cosplay. So we had to stop you and have a chat. How long have you guys been cosplaying for?
Oh geez, only a few years. So we're a bit later on board with the cosplaying compared to other cosplayers.
That's okay, you got to start somewhere.
But yeah, exactly. A bit fun and something different, and you meet some really cool people along the way, and it's just a bit enjoyable to just dress up as characters that you used to see on TV as kids, and it's awesome when you get approached to have photos taken and
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, it's just a bit of fun.
And what went into the outfits? Did you buy some of it? Did you make most of it? What?
I can't sew to save myself.
That's okay.
So I didn't make any of this. I just bought bits and pieces from here and there.
Yep.
You know, just added bits and pieces to my camera and microphone. James here is a bit of more of a woodworker than I am.
Okay, yeah.
But we just mainly buy bits and pieces from op shops or online and just try and customise it where we can.
That's awesome. What are some of the other cosplays you guys have done before?
I'm mainly a Harry Potter fan.
Okay, yeah.
Hence my Instagram, Witch and Weasley. I love the Weasleys.
Yeah.
So I mainly do Harry Potter stuff, but I'm branching out a little bit every now and then. I do a bit of Wednesday Addams.
Okay.
And just we're trying to get back into some older stuff. So yesterday we did Happy Gilmore and his caddy. So I was a caddy.
That's cool.
And we did Back to the Future, so Marty McFly and Doc Brown.
Nice.
So
Is this the first time you've done this one together?
Yes, this is our first time doing April O'Neil and Casey Jones. Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Something I ask cosplayers that I interview for the first time. It's a question that people are sick of me asking, but since I'm meeting you guys for the first time, if you had to give advice to someone who wanted to get into cosplay, but maybe was a little bit scared to take that first step, what advice would you give that person?
Just have confidence within yourself. And just know that the people at Comic Cons and other conventions, they're all really friendly.
Absolutely.
So you just approach them and go, can I take a photo with you? And you take a photo and you start to get to know them. You swap social media accounts and then you start building relationships. And over time, you just gain a bit more confidence with talking to people. You just have confidence within yourself and then I think you're good to go.
Would you say that cosplay has helped you guys in your confidence in general and just day-to-day life?
Yeah, I think so, and you begin to realise how fun and interesting these people are, and you build relationships and you start to get to know them.
Yeah.
So every time you go to a Comic Con convention, you start to look out for these particular people because they start to become your friends.
That's it, that's it. Yeah, I've met so many people through this community now, it's great. Question I'm asking everyone today to finish up, you guys collect things? You guys collectors at all?
Oh yeah.
What do you collect?
Massive pop vinyl collection.
Okay, yep.
Probably a bit too big.
Okay.
And massive Harry Potter collection, including a Harry Potter car.
Okay.
And broomsticks and wands and all sorts of stuff.
Okay, cool. Well, the question of the day is, what is your ultimate grail in collecting? Something that you think that you probably never own, but if you could have that one thing, what would that one thing be?
I know exactly, yep. So because I have a Harry Potter car, if I won Lotto, I'd so buy a DeLorean because I'm a massive Back to the Future fan. I know that's like
a great
massive.
It's a great one.
Not a little collectible item.
Yeah.
But yeah, DeLorean for sure.
That's a fantastic answer. Holly, you told me that you weren't going to be great at interview, but I think you did a fantastic job. It was great meeting you guys. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you. Thank
awesome.
you very much.
That's wicked.
I'm coming for you, foot scum.
Nice. All right, before I tell you about how I went today, don't forget, if you guys enjoyed this video and you're new to the channel and you want to see more of the Oz Comic Con event, my vlog will come out on Wednesday. Obviously, when I do these cosplayer interview videos, I normally don't do a lot of the B-roll. I just kind of use it to cut up, you know, between each interview. I save most of the footage from the event for my vlog. So on Wednesday, you'll see my vlog. It's a little bit more hanging out, you know, chill, casual, me and Tony going around, me seeing, talking to some friends and things like that, and a lot more of the event. So stay tuned for that. And obviously, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. I don't say that enough. Hit the bell. Anyway, at the end of my cosplayer interview videos, I always do a cringy little speech about how I felt about the day and how it all went with the interviews. I told Tony today, we'll get through it pretty quick today because I actually had a few people that I'd kind of organized I wanted to interview for today's video. So I do apologize, there were a couple of people who wanted interviews and I was like, I need to get through this scheduled people first, you know, before. So I do apologize for that. But we got through it, but it took a lot longer than I expected. We didn't finish the cosplay interviews till about 1:30. So it took us a long time. We didn't even get through the whole event today. We got halfway through Artist Alley and then we had to go see Lily in the cosplay competition. Which will be, you'll see more of that in the vlog. So I do apologize, there were a couple of people in Artist Alley I totally forgot. And after the cosplay competition, we didn't actually get go back and finish off Artist Alley. So I do apologize. Yeah, I had a few friends in Artist Alley that I didn't even get around to, so yeah. But hopefully everyone had a great event. I had a great event. Interviewed a lot of, you know, familiar people today and met some new ones. It was cool. The funniest thing was my question of the day. This was my highlight. So Ryan, I met that kid like years ago. I hadn't seen him for a couple of years, and you know, I'd interviewed him a couple of times in the past. I think I want to say 2021 maybe I first interviewed him. When I asked him, you know, what's your ultimate grail? If you could have any collectible, and he says, what was it? Was it Bleach? Was it the Bleach collection on DVD or something? I was like, what? You can have anything, dude. that was pretty funny. But anyway, I always enjoy going to these things. I cannot get enough of it. I just love being in that atmosphere, and it was cool. It was cool to meet some new people. So I didn't have any trouble approaching people today. I got knocked back once. You know, again, that's fine. I don't take offense when people knock me back for an interview, because not everyone loves being on camera, and I get that. But I only got one knockback, but it didn't. Usually when I get knocked back, it throws me off a little bit. I'm like, oh, and then it makes me a little bit hesitant, you know, but I'm pretty sort of known now, I think, in the community. I had a lot of people saying hi to me today. So shout out to all you guys for the support from fans, channel fans and things like that. And again, you'll hear and see more about that stuff in my vlog. So Oz Comic Con week on the channel is not over. It's 2 videos, so stay tuned for that. And of course, if you really enjoy the cosplay interviews, I always have the playlist in the description below, and you can go back and check out all previous conventions that I've been to and interviewed cosplayers at, because I've been doing this for a long time now. Me and Tony started doing this in 2019 at MadFest was the first one. In 2020 was when it really started kicking off though. I was like, we're gonna do this from now on after MadFest. And you know, I got the mic and all that. The first one we did was terrible, but yeah, we've come a long way since then. So big shout out to Tony. It's always good to have him on board, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And again, all the links in the description. Check out the playlist, check out the people, the cosplayers in this video, and of course stay tuned for the vlog on Wednesday. Until next time, I'm SimpleSimon. Tell your friends and keep it simple.